Welcome back to the Baby Bunting Live series. This is Season 2, Episode 11. And tonight we're here with Kristy from Baby Jogger. Kristy's a mum with 2 children, so she has loads of experience with the strollers. Baby Jogger prams are suitable for all families, all of whom have different needs throughout their journey. They are ideal for families who want to just go out exploring with their little one. There are so many different options of strollers, and each that suit different lifestyles and stages of life, whether it be the first addition to the family or for larger growing families. Tonight, Kristy is going to talk us through 4 prams. She will show their key features as well as provide family and the lifestyles each pram are best suitable for. Tonight we're giving away a Baby Jogger City Tour 2 to one lucky viewer. So go into the draw. All you need to do is tell us what is your favourite feature from one of the strollers that we present tonight. Pop your answer into the comments box. We're also here to answer any of your questions, so as we're going through the demonstration, please put the questions into the comments box and we'll reply at the end of the session. So Kristy, would you like to start with showing us the City Tour 2?
I will, thanks Janelle. So this is the Baby Jogger City Tour 2, the lovely stroller that we're going to be giving away today in the jet colour. So this pram, I would say, is ideal for every family. It is your everyday reliable stroller that you can just put in the back of the car, take travelling with you. Super easy, light, compact and amazing when you're taking it on public transport and day trips with the family. So it's got really small, like your PVC plastic tyres, but it also has a front wheel suspension, an adjustable kickstand, which makes it flat lying, so suitable from birth. You can also, if you prefer to have baby facing you, you can put a bassinet on here, the Tour 2 bassinet. You can also put the Baby Jogger City Go capsule on there. You just need to purchase your adapters, and it is also compatible with Maxi Cozy with the Maxi Cozy adapters. Super easy to fold, which is something that's really popular with this stroller in particular. One-handed fold, just like that. It's 6 kilos and folds up small enough to fit into an overhead locker of your airline. We do also just recommend checking with your airline before you travel as well. It's always good to be sure. And it comes with its own travel bag. You can also purchase this in a slate colour as well as the jet. And there are a number of accessories which you can get for this model, like parent consoles, cup holders, weather shields, and a belly bar also. That is basically the Tour 2 in a nutshell. And from this model, I would say the next step up would be your Baby Jogger City Mini GT, something a little bit bigger and more in the stroller pram category rather than stroller. So this here is your Baby Jogger City Mini GT2. A lot larger, still suitable from birth. You can see it's similar to the Tour 2 in the fact that it's an outward facing seat and has a adjustable calf support, something that is in line with the rest of our range as well. They all have that feature now, which is amazing. It also doubles so that you can have access to your basket underneath through the front of the pram, as well as in the sides with your big stretchy basket there. Large front wheels and rear wheels with a big front wheel suspension, I should say. It also has a rear wheel suspension in the back here, making it amazing for all-terrain use. So this pram you really can take absolutely everywhere with you. It's designed for not just being in the shopping centre and walking around and on footpaths, but you can take it off-road as well. And it's quite large, so it's going to last you a little bit longer from birth all the way up to approximately 29.5 kilos. Again, outward facing seat, but if you don't like an outward facing seat and for the first 6 months you'd prefer to have baby facing you, that's when you can add in either the City Mini GT2 bassinet, which comes with the adapters with the bassinet to put them in the pram, Or again, you can do your capsule, the Baby Jogger City Go, which is birth to 12 months, or Maxi Cozy. You just need to purchase the adapters for that. The adapters for the Baby Jogger City Go will actually come with your pram in the box, so you don't need to purchase them separately or anything. Another great feature of this pram is the huge sun canopy. So one of the largest on the market. The fabric is also 50 plus UV treated. The little canopy flaps on the hood are also magnetic, so you don't have a noisy Velcro that might actually wake up baby when they're in the pram. Flat lying or near flat lying seat with your seat position adjustment here, so that's really easily made. And then you also have a little pocket in the back of the seat for any extra storage that you might not fit in your large basket. The tyres are a solid rubber, so we don't actually do any foam injected or air filled tyres. They're all like a solid rubber tyre, so they're really, really long wearing as well. This particular pram and the models above this one that I'm about to show you also have a handbrake. So rather than a foot brake that's going to be, I guess, getting in the way or potentially damaging shoes, you've got a really quick and easy accessible handbrake, which actually has a little child lock on it. So no little hands can actually come up and just pull that down. You're just going to lift those little tabs on the side and then release your brake. It will come in the carbon colour as well as a jet. Now the carbon is actually exclusive to Baby Bunting as well, so it's a special colour of theirs. And it's a beautiful soft fabric, and it's really easy to clean and washable as well. Now the next one that I'm actually going to show you is the Elite 2. That is a personal favourite of mine, and I'm going to try, if I can, put them both in the frame just so you can see how much larger, does that work? How much larger that one is. The first question we generally get is, what is the difference between the two prams? You can see that this one has much larger wheels. Front wheel suspension is a little bit bigger. You still do have your big rear wheel suspension in the back there. But this one here will also hold up to 34 kilos in weight. So the seat is a little bit more generous. It's a little bit wider. It's going to suit a child that's, to be honest, they're probably going to be walking and not wanting to be in the pram before they actually grow out of it. This one here is a personal favourite of mine. So I have 2 kids, and I also find that with this one it's big enough to fit my 4-year-old in when he's got tired little legs after being out for the entire day, and I just wear my newborn baby in my carrier. And then pop him in the pram. So it's amazing for if you've got a big age gap between your children as well. Both of these prams are super easy to fold. That's something that you'll see within the Baby Jogger range entirely, and it's really, really common, and common feedback is that their prams are really, really easy to fold. So you can do it with one hand. That's your fold there. So when you're juggling one hand with a baby and nappy bags and everything else that comes with other children, you can then fold your pram up quite easily with the other and still pop it in the car. And again, to open it up, really easy. So just release your little safety latch on the side there, and then lift and pull up. And that's it. The Elite does have, all of our strollers have a front wheel lock. This one does have a front wheel lock also. But because this pram is amazing for any families that are really, really big on being super active and exercising, doing lots of walking long distance and potentially off-road, we do recommend locking that front wheel to avoid any wheel wobbles or anything you might experience if you're walking at a super fast pace or going on a really rocky surface or off-road surface. And that's what makes these prams great for really, really active families. So this one you can still take off-road and is amazing in smaller shopping centres and city living and things like that. And then this one here is what I would recommend for a family that wants to be able to take it on even more, a bit larger range of surfaces, or they might have a bigger age gap within the family as well. From this model up, we then go into our 4-wheel prams. So we do understand that 3-wheel prams, and this design in particular, is not always what families are looking for. So that's why we do have such a large range. And then we do have a 4-wheel pram that we offer. We've got two. Just move these out of the way. Sorry to walk out of the frame. So this one, the fourth pram in the range that we're going to show you, is the Select Lux. So completely different to those prams. A lot of parents, they already know they're going to tick it off their list. They want a seat that is parent facing and outward facing. So that's where straight away this is what we would recommend. That's what we're going to say. If you've come into a store and you said that you want a parent facing seat, this is where we go to. Something else that's unique about this one in particular, being that it's a single when you buy it, you can then turn it into a double. It is quite compact, so your seats will actually fold in half, and then you can remove it off of the frame. Just turn that one around so you can have a look and see what it's like outward facing. There is also the option of a bassinet kit. That kit is a fabric kit which will actually turn your seat into your pram bassinet. So if you need that option and you're using your pram from birth, we recommend getting a bassinet kit for this model so that you can turn your seat into your bassinet. Large front wheels as well as your big rear wheels. This one has a front wheel suspension and a large rear wheel suspension. So again, an amazing four-wheel stroller for all-terrain use. Something else that's unique about this handbrake in particular is it does also have a slow down feature. So generally what you might find when you're using a double pram, especially if you live in an area where it might be a little bit hilly, with two children in there, it can sometimes feel like it is getting away from you as you're walking with the extra weight in your pram. That slow down feature actually stops that from happening. So it's going to help for any of those customers that again are in maybe a rural area or living in an area that's quite hilly and things like that. Otherwise you can also lock your brake into a locked position by pulling it downwards, and then the release is just on the top there. So really, really simple brake to use. Again, huge sun visor which has that extended peak that comes all the way down. We do magnetic canopy at the top there so it's not noisy, and it's got that breathable mesh material to allow for some extra airflow. You can pop a second seat on there, which I'm going to demonstrate if I can grab those second seat adapters. So to do that, when it does come time to put another child onto the pram, you will buy a second seat kit, and it'll come with the adapters to actually with the seat to put it onto your pram. So I'll just spin this around so I don't have my back to you. Pop your adapters in the front there, and then your second seat clicks in like that. So there you have your double. Now, there are so many configurations to this pram. We do have them on our website, so you can see an overall image of what each one will look like, because you could have, say for example, twins. You might want two bassinets. You could do two capsules, either the City Go or the Maxi Cozy. You can do seat bassinet, you can do seat capsule. You also have the option of a bench seat, which again is unique to this pram in particular. And I think most others on the market too, because rather than a standing, I'll give this to you Janelle, thank you. Rather than a standing glider board at the back, which not everyone finds convenient, some children don't want to stand up or they don't feel quite as secure. You do have the option with the Select Lux to get that bench seat, which can hold up to 29.5 kilos. So again, it's amazing for families that may have a bit of an age gap. The child might not necessarily fit in the actual pram seat itself, and then all you would need to buy is the actual bench seat. You can then have bench seat and either bassinet, capsule, or your seat on the front there as well. So it really ticks all the boxes for your growing family. To fold the pram, just remove that seat also. All you have to do, it's very, very easy, typical of Baby Jogger. Just release your bench seat, Can fold it with your bench seat on there as well. The less you have to remove, the better. When it comes to kids, we understand that you obviously already got your hands full, but that's it. It's as simple as that. All you're going to be doing is pulling the tabs on the side of the pram there to release the folding mechanism, and then again to open it up, there's a little latch on the side. You're just lifting that one up, and that's it. Huge basket. So this one is ideal if you know that you're going to be needing lots of extra storage. So you can see in there it is a massive storage basket for all your baby needs, nappy bags, carriers, anything else that children tend to come with. Adjustable handlebar, so you've got your telescopic handlebar there as well. But yeah, suitable from birth up to, each seat will take 20.5 kilos, that's per seat, or your bench seat is 29.5 kilo weight capacity. Bassinets, generally you're looking at something from newborn up to roughly 6 months. And then your capsule, depending on which one you get, Baby Jogger City Go is up to roughly 12 months. I think that's sort of everything I need to highlight in regards to Baby Jogger and the Tour Lux, City Mini GT2, Elite 2 and the Select Lux.
Kristy, that's just been absolutely wonderful. Learning about all the various strollers within the range and what's available to our new and expectant mums, and also for the growing families. So I took away that certainly the Tour 2 is great for shopping, everyday use. Also, obviously, when we can get back on aeroplanes, great for plane travel.
Yeah.
The City Mini is sort of that urban, everyday lifestyle stroller. The Elite's perfect for our rural customers and the very, very active families.
Yes.
And the City Select is really the stroller for the growing family.
Yeah.
So that was a wonderful presentation. Thank you so much. And do we have some questions for tonight?
Just one question from Whitney. She would like to know if all of the prams have the adjustable footrest to pull out so kids can have a nap in the pram.
Yes, they do. So with the Select Lux, obviously that one will recline. There is a little adjustable calf support, and then every other model that we've displayed tonight, as well as the Mini 2, will all have that adjustable kickstand, so they can lie flat.
Fantastic. Well, thanks so much for joining us all again tonight at the Baby Bunting Live series, and we look forward to seeing you all again next week. Good night.